And so, folks, we want to say welcome to Spawn TV Live. We are live at the home of Mr. Mark Jabateh, who is going to be addressing the press shortly. So, wherever you're watching us from, this is Spawn TV. This is how we like to say welcome to this press conference as Mr. Mark Jabateh address the press. So, Mr. Jabateh, the platform is all yours.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. And we call the journalists today to inform the public concerning about Hassan Berete and his colleagues who are masquerading in Liberia in the name of seeking for justice. And Hassan Berete, he was one of those who was members of the political wing of ULEMO. He served as the deputy youth chair of ULEMO in 1997. And he was also liaison between ULEMO and that of ECOMON. So we call the journalists today to inform the public that Hassan Berete is not a good person to work with. He has a tinted characters, and he usually goes around in the European country to point at some Liberians that they participated in the Liberian Civil War. I am not against justice. I'm one of those who want to see justice, but the person that is involved, he is not neutral. He participated in the Liberian War, and he was the youth chair of the ULEMO, the political wing of ULEMO. So how can we trust such a man to carry on investigation? And recently, and the British government released English Taylor based on the ground that Hassan Berete recruited Facebook witnesses and in London, and she was released by the British government. Martina Johnson in Belgium, where Hassan Berete went as far as recruiting fake witnesses, they contradicted themselves. So this man is good at recruiting people. We have 10 good persons that Hassan Berete have recruited. He gets each person $1,000 to go and lie on Aliyu Koshad in Switzerland, to lie on Jungo Jaba in the US, to lie on Martina Johnson in the US, to lie on Ernest Taylor in Great Britain. But the British government discovered that the witnesses that were sent forward by Hassan Berete, they were coached by Hassan Berete to say, and it was not based on fact, it was based on criminal act. So in this case, we are calling on the international community, we are calling on our partners not to work with a man who have a tinted characters. Hassan Berete, he is my kinsman. I know him very well, and he's my friend. I know his characters, and he always goes around, take money from people that he's going to send people at the US. And based on that, so many people have complained about this guy. Don't get me wrong. I am not against justice. I am not against justice, but I am against Hassan Berete because for the fact that he has a tinted character. How can you use a man with tinted character, a man who participated in the Liberian Civil War, a man who served as the deputy youth chair of the political wing of all ULEMO, okay? And so such a man, he's not trusted. So we are calling on the international community not to work with Hassan Berete. And recently, the U.S. ambassador did honor Hassan Berete. It did not go well down with us. And although there is a freedom of speech, I believe that the Americans believe in freedom of speech. They believe in democracies because every country in Africa today around the world, they are imitating the American form of government. So for our ambassador to come and honor this man with tinted character did not go well down with us because you have a tinted characters. You listen to the report from the investigation that is going on at the LRJ and Jibril Massacre, and 3% came up that they were coached by Hassan Berete, that they received money from Hassan Berete to go and give false testimony against Jibril Massacre. And don't get me wrong again, I am not against justice. I am not against justice, but I'm against the particular person. This man have a tinted character. This man, he's not neutral. This man participated in the Liberian Civil War. We have proof. This man is recruiting fake witnesses to go and testify against those that were arrested. You see, let me read the report for the benefit of the public from the British government. It says some of the fake witnesses presented to the British government to testify against and stand up with Aliyu Kane, Maurice Jabateh, Mohammed Kuruman, Mose Pia, Aminata Dole, Saka Keita, Fanta William, Cinda Reeve, Makula Berete, and Asata Kane, according to the British government. The need I just called that they were recruited to go and last against and they and they stand up. So why would the American and ambassador and honor such a man that have tainted character? That's the question. That's the question. We are not against justice. People that kill innocent people, you face justice. But not this particular man they call Hassan Berete. Hassan Berete and some of those that he coached to go and give false testimony against Aliyu Koshar and Jongo Jaba, Martina Johnson, and the they are alive. But next week, we will call them and they're going to confess. And that is what we will take out, and we are preparing a protest, peaceful protest, to go at the U.S. Embassy to withdraw the honor that was bestowed on this man, Hassan Berete. We are mobilizing our people. We are mobilizing our citizens that this particular man, that he should not be the one to carry an investigation and on those who committed crime, because he's not neutral, because he's one of those who serve us and who serve the political wing of Ulimo. So how will you trust a man in that way? So that is why I called the press conference today to inform the public, to expose Hassan Berete criminal act, his crime act, and so the public can know that we should not do business. But I am not against justice. I am not against, if the American government want to establish a war crime tribunal, it should not be an NGO. They can come up to prosecute those who committed crime against humanity. That would be the best, but not to work with these criminals called Hassan Berete. No. And go to the British report. Read the British government report, how you recruited people to go and give false testimony against Ernest Taylor. So that's why I called the press today to inform them that Hassan Berete is not a trustworthy person. And we want the Liberian government to investigate Hassan Berete. How? Because in this country, Liberia has turned to a dumpster. Anybody can come and do anything without investigation. He usually goes around inferior counties and things. We are not against war crime tribunal, but it should not be Hassan Berete because he participated in the civil war. He recruited people. He lied on Vafle Dole. Why do you think Vafle Dole, he escaped from the U.S., he's in Canada today? Go and listen to Vafle Dole testimony. Go to the Jubilee massacre case today where they are judging Jubilee from Finland. Go there, the judges are there. You go and listen to this testimony of those that he recruited to lie, and you give them money. He promised some people that you're going to give them political asylum. So Liberia, we believe that, and I believe justice should prevail, because some of us, our brothers and sisters, were killed in Nima County, in Lofa County, and some people were massacred. Liberian, the Katoke massacre, the Luchunche massacre, the Sinje massacre. It should not go free, but it should be a collective effort between the government and that of the U.S. government, but not an individual who is masquerading, taking money from people, who is going around eating money from the international community in the name of seeking for justice. Go and see the company he built. It worth over 600,000 Liberian dollars. Go and investigate Hassan Berete. We want the international community to come up. We will provide more information about Hassan Berete. Those are recruited to go and lie, to give fake testimony against Aliyu Koshar, Martina Johnson, and the Taylor, and that of Jongo Jaba. So that's it, my brother. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, we have a few questions that we'd like to ask you, Mr. Jabateh. This story was reported in the hard paper newspaper since October 1st. So why now?
You say why not? Because the time is appropriate. There is the time that I feel I can come up to explain to the public. The story is not there. Whether October 10 or October 8, the story is not there. And the U.S. ambassador read the report. He came out on the 8th and honored Hassan Berete. That's my argument.
Our audience are concerned whether this Hassan Berete is the Hassan Berete from Liberty Party.
No,
can you clarify
we have
that?
Musa Hassan Berete from the Liberty Party. We have Hassan Berete from the Global Research and Justice Project. He is the one that carried on in what we call criminal investigation. He is the one that cautioned people to go and give fake testimony on some peaceful Liberian that were arrested in the name of making money or business, he and his partners.
Okay, in your statement, you said that the honoring from the U.S. embassy did not go well with us, quote unquote. You said us. So you who make the us?
You will get to know if we go at the protest at the U.S. embassy. We are organizing a peaceful protest. where you going to see 20,000 Liberians speaking against Hassan Berete, his criminal act. You will get to know that day, those that he recruited, they will go and confess that day. Because he promised them that he's going to give them political asylum. He promised them money. He did not fulfill his promise. So they are coming up to say, look, they coached me and they told me what to say, what not to say.
So do you have proof on the $1,000 alleged bribe?
But you can see the report from the British government. You see the report from the British government. I'm asking you, Mr. Journalist. You can read for yourself. There is the report from the British government. He even lied on Nestor Dobredo that this guy is dead. Amen. He stay alive. He lied. Or do you want me to read the report so you can understand? You know, Liberia, one thing about Liberian journalists, we do not investigate. Liberian journalists do not investigate. That's the problem. The only thing they want to know and just go on top show how the government is like this, government like that, how CPP like this. But major things on here in this country, we don't investigate. Even the NSA, they are all blind. They don't even know what is going on in Liberia. This is why I say Liberia is a dumb site. Anybody can come and make money out of Liberian people in this country here. Because we don't have smart people. The only thing we do, sit to that tight shop, talk on top show, get on social media, and cause paranoia around here. How can a single man will come and tell in that people and he reaching himself? Nobody has come up to investigate this guy they call Hassan Berete. Now the British government has come up and named those who can fake testimony. There is the report. You see it? There is the report.
So when do you intend to stage the protest?
And normally, if I carry on protest, we don't announce the date. We don't announce it. Their protest is not about President. We are. Their protest is going straight into the U.S. ambassador.
Next week?
It could be today. It could be tomorrow. So I don't want to tell you when we're going to organize, when we'll come out with a white t-shirt to go and tell the U.S. ambassador that he have blundered by honoring our criminals. And don't get me wrong, because Liberian people, sometimes we speak against America, some of them get afraid. No, American people believe in freedom of speech. We are imitating them. It is my right to speak my mind. I want you to understand that. Because the moment you speak against U.S. ambassador, you will see people come out and say, oh, the man has speak against Jesus Christ. That's the mentality we have in this country. How can you honor our criminals? How can you honor a man that the British government said that this man was recruiting fake witnesses to go and testify against NSTO? That's the question. And don't get me wrong, I am not against the war crime. And I will never go against the war crime because we want justice to prevail. But not this particular young man called Hassan Berete, who has spent over $500,000 United States dollars to build his compound around the Brewerville area. He should be investigated because he was a member of the All Liberian Coalition Party. He was the deputy to Abdullah Ketama. At that time, Abdullah Ketama was the youth chair of All Liberian Coalition Party. Abdullah Ketama, that always on Spoon TV. He was the youth chair, 1997 election. Bengali, Bengali, they all were part of the All Liberian Coalition Party at that time. I interacted with them. So why will a man come who served as the political wing of the Yelimo coming out to be an investigator? Is he neutral, Mr. Journalist? We say no, he is not neutral. He is not neutral. He was the zone between Professor Alaji Kuman and that of Ecomo. He was arrested by Taylor, and we all advocated for his release in this country here. There is the man today that masquerading in the name of seeking for justice. So that's my point. That's my problem I have with the U.S. ambassador. Let them investigate this man. Although they want to see justice prevail, it is better for justice to prevail. But actually, this is not the man who has a tinted character to carry on investigation, to say and to carry on justice. He was arrested by Taylor. There was reason why Taylor arrested him. Taylor arrested him because he was a member of All Liberian Coalition Party. He was liaison between ECOMO and that of Professor Alaji Kurma Yudenuke. This con artist, we're going to expose him, and we're calling on the U.S. ambassador to withdraw the honor that was bestowed on this man, Hassan Berete. I believe the American government believes in freedom of speech, and it is my right to speak my mind. And I will continue to speak my mind. This is the only country we have. Those who kill innocent people must face justice. But it should not be a man who participated in the Civil War to carry on investigation. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jabateh, and many thanks to our viewer for watching this live press conference. Once again, my name is Francis Antiqua, and thanks for watching. Keep following Spoon TV Live for more coverage and information. Bye-bye for now.